When it comes to dealing with Frost Death Knights, this deck has a PhD. To everyone who keeps tuning into these videos, thank you very much. We are very close to 9,000 subscribers, and if we can get there in the next 5 days, I'm going to be giving away 3 mini set bundles to random YouTube subscribers. And if we could somehow in these next 10 days, or these next 5 days, get 10,000 subscribers, then I'm going to be giving away 6 mini set bundles. So tell your friends, tell your mom, tell your sister, tell whoever to subscribe to twitch.tv or youtube.com/ClarkHELLSCREAM. Sorry, force a habit there. But regardless, thank you guys so much for enjoying the content, and thank you so much for making this into even a possibility of a career for me. But speaking of careers, if you guys would like to be a doctor, it would take a lot of studying and a lot of practice in order to master your craft. And that is exactly, I repeat, exactly what Jambre has done with his version of Deathrattle Rogue. This is, if you guys don't know who Jambre is, he is by far like the most innovative deck creator that has ever graced Hearthstone. For the main fact that like he creates these really weird decks that it seems like only he can seem to work properly, and that's because like he's the one that completely made this list. Like I would never in my life would have thought of Perjury going into a Deathrattle Rogue, but it kind of makes sense as like a way to disrupt your opponent as you gather your game plan. And before I show you guys exactly what's going on here, let me show you some stats of why exactly I'm suggesting this deck and why I believe it might be worth your time. So the thing is about Deathrattle Rogue, it's actually pretty decent on the top 1,000 legend ladder. But if you look at all the other ranks, Deathrattle Rogue starts to go down to tier 3 when you hit legend. And diamond, it's probably even lower than that. I don't even know how low it is. Let's see, where is it? It's pretty freaking low. In fact, it completely disappears. Or actually no, here it is, tier 3. Tier 3 in diamond. Bottom of tier 3 and diamond through legend. Like you get the point. It's a deck that gets significantly worse the lower in the ladder that you get, but there's a reason why this deck is seeing a lot of play at top 1,000, and that's because its matchup spreads against the main decks are actually very good. Its worst matchup against the most popular decks is like a 45% matchup, and honestly Phylactery Warlock has been just dying off. Like look at these numbers. You have 404 Death Knight games, 86 Evolved Shaman games, 158 against Blood Death Knight, 115 against Thief Rogue, 63 Phylactery, 32 against Miracle Rogue, and 34 against Thaddeus Warlock, all in the past, honestly, since this deck has been released. So if I were to make this data any more recent, we're probably not going to have anything consistent. But the thing is about this data is that the Frost Death Knight matchup is about as even as you're going to get for a deck that isn't unfavored against it, because there's barely anything that can either go 50-50 or can go favorable into Frost Death Knight. So that's the reason why this deck's win rate seems to be doing so well, because it is the deck that some people, or one person in particular, has been using very effectively in order to farm this deck. Now, when you actually look at like the Mulligan win rates of this deck, it doesn't look very good, and maybe that's because I don't have the right deck here. So let's pull up the right Mulligan chart. Always the thing about HS Replay, make sure you're looking at a 30 card list instead of like the archetype as a whole, because then you're going to get a bunch of different stats widespread. But regardless, these are just the easiest keeps of the deck. You just want to keep Sketchy Information, Snowfall Graveyard, Black Otter Cutlass, and Prep. Prep is actually a very important keep, as you can tell by this high Mulligan win rate percentage, and that's because you can do insane turn 3s. And in order to prove just how insane this deck is, instead of putting this video in the clips coming up ahead, we are just going to sit down and watch this full game together, so you guys can understand what exactly is going on and why I'm going to start explaining why Prep is so good. Because if you can play Sketchy Information on turn 1, you can draw a Scourge Illusionist to find your Mass Reveler.
What is this real deck all of a sudden?
It's a very real deck, Clark HELLSCREAM, trust me. But now that we have the Mass Reveler, and we're going up against a very slow deck, by the way, it's super favored against Blood DK. So if you find someone trying to counter the ladder, it will be very good.
Branded to the Scourge when my lawyers say it's time to do such.
But there's the Snowfall Graveyard, which some people would argue we should have just played this turn. But my argument was against Blood DK, how are they going to kill this on turn 3? They don't really have cards that deal damage this early in the game, and they definitely don't run weapon. So my thought process was set up the Prep into Wicked Stab. Worst case scenario, if they don't play a minion for me to trade into. And then this next play, just watch what happens.
Have you streaked all the 27 months?
I'll streak right now. It just won't be legal.
Okay, hold on a minute. Does this just win the game?
Debatably should just make that trade there.
Does this just like...
Bye!
Honestly, why didn't I just trade? Because I can trade this way, guys. I can trade this way.
And now you can argue that since I didn't make that trade, the 4 attack on the crab was technically the better play, right? Very first game with that deck. Very first game, turn 3 lethal. I literally played a game of Marvel Snap and I just showed it in this video. But that is definitely the power of Deathrattle Rogue. The whole point of this deck is to try and cheat out these big minions as soon as possible. And you can even do it as early as turn 3, like you just saw. You can play both of them. It's insane. Now, prep is very important in order to do these kind of early combos. So when you don't have the early combos, you're actually going to have to do what the deck is supposed to do, which is very boring and whatnot. There's not going to be a lot of times you pop off a Snowfall Graveyard, but how you pop off with this card is going to determine your win rate most of the time. So like with Perjury, you can, like I said earlier, you can set up some kind of stall turns in order to make sure that your opponent has to play around secrets. Mage Secrets are just always a card you have to think about, so I would just usually always pick the Mage Secret for that reason, for mind games. But the rest of this deck is just filled with damage, with draw cards in order to help you maintain your pressure. Because I'll tell you right now, if you don't have the big minions, you don't have any pressure. That's why this deck still runs like Wicked Stabs. We also have like Shadow Demise for flexibility, but I think the main reason why this is in here is to help like get us over the hump and like either deal lethal damage, help us draw cards, try to find like something pretty useful if we don't have our gigantic Deathrattle turns. But that really is everything to say about this deck. Like I already gave you guys the mulligan. The strategy of this deck is very straightforward of just trying to summon wave after wave of minions and just try to make sure that your Neptulon is never in your mulligan because or never in your hand, honestly, because you always want minions in the deck. So with cards like Gone Fishing, when you can guarantee that these cards are at the bottom, that is an insane thing that can happen for this deck in order to give it amazing consistency. So if you guys are looking for a interesting rogue deck that is going to catch a lot of people by surprise, I guarantee you no opponent is going to expect 2 Colossal minions by turn 3 in this meta. And don't forget, everyone, if you do enjoy this kind of content, feel free to like this video and subscribe to the YouTube channel to be notified about any of our future updates. Thank you so much for making it to the end of this video, and we'll see you for the next one. Okay, well, apparently we just keep the only cards that matter. Ugh, dude, what a high roll. I mean, that's what happens when you have double prep, right, in Rogue. Gotta calm myself down after that one. That game kind of made me want to play Rogue, and I hate Rogue. Dude, I agree. I'm not the biggest Rogue fan. But Deathrattle Rogue was actually a deck I really enjoyed before they nerfed it.
Because I can trade this way, guys. I can trade this way.
I need to fix my microphone so it doesn't stop so it doesn't start cutting out. But aside from that, that was beautiful.
That's my very first game with the deck.
Ah, never lackey. When I started, your lonely self was all wild and funky combos. Oh man, how we have grown. I mean, that was when I mostly like I still did competitive Hearthstone, but whenever I was streaming, I tried to make it the goal of doing that. Because like if I wasn't like X rank, I thought that I shouldn't be streaming whatever. So I was like, you know, I also wanted like a fun way to play the game. So I tried to use like, you know, wild combos as a way to still like touch that card game itch. Like do like the cool thing in the game that I like to do. And then not have to worry about the competitiveness of it. And then it became the format that it is now, and it's just, I'm glad I didn't stick with it. Yeah, I have a noise reduction filter, and that's so that way, like when I do freak out, it doesn't red clip. That's the whole reason for it being that way, because I tend to overreact. I tend to overreact at times. Okay, doing this again. Evolve Shaman 52%. Actually even? What? How is this matchup even? It might just be worth it to do it this way just to get cards out of my deck. And I think I will even go so far to do this to try and hit Snowfall. Okay, we missed, but the important thing is we tried. Maybe not a second graveyard. I highly doubt you don't play spells for 3 turns. Right now, you can't. I don't think you can hear it, but my oh shit. Wait, hold on a minute. How does this work with this? If I play another spell, it goes away, right? Pretty sure that's how that works.
What a delightful party's over.
He's about to do something gimmicky.
Also, this costs 3 mana. What the hell did he switch? We know that for a fact. It's Big Shaman. Kind of wish I had Ghastly Strike.
What a delightful party's over.
Yeah, I'll just do it this way. I'm putting this on the field so that way if he has like an AoE, he has to deal with more minions. I tap really hard. As a drummer, I bang. I smash. Hulk smash. Is this normal? No, this is normal. This is normal. Wait, hold on a minute. Wait a minute. Yo! Yo, creepy painting?
What a delightful party.
Check this out. Now I get another one. Wait, what? I wanted a Mask Reveller. Wait, how does that work? I wanted Mask Reveller. How does that interaction work? Is it first minion that gets priority? First minion summoned? I guess that would make some sense, actually. First minion that summoned has priority. Ah, man. I mean, I still did this turn, but man. I feel like an idiot now, don't I? And like being one of the only musicians in my family, whenever I had family friends come up to me, they would only talk to me about certain things. And one of them, you know, every now and again, it was nice to talk to them about, like, music and, like, stuff I was interested in. But, oh my god, these people, every single time I would see them, they're like, oh my god, have you seen Whiplash? I now understand how hard it is for musicians. And it's like, dude, come on. I get what you're trying to say, but why do I have to have this conversation every single time that I'm conversing with somebody over the age of 50 that I'm playing drums? But good lord, I kept hearing it. I kept hearing it, man. Have you seen Whiplash? Yes, I've seen it. Okay, so I can kill this. Goodbye. Farewell. Alvita saying goodbye. That's right. I know that song. Mistakes were made, but I'm not going to admit it to my opponent. I am not going to admit it to my opponent because that is cringe. How dare you call me old just because it's true? I have seen it, and I used to be a contrarian, dude. When I was younger, I did not want to watch things because they were popular. Like, I wanted people to come up to me and be like, oh my god, have you seen this? And I'd be like, no, I haven't. But now I'm just like, I'll give it a chance if it's good, and if it's not good, then you owe me my afternoon back. Is that fair? Big Boy Taunt is, like, actually concerning. That was not the Big Boy Taunt I was referring to.
It sings to me.
I'm just gonna push everything. Was there a way to get lethal there? I don't think so, because, like, the way the bone had to be played, like, we couldn't do it before the Wicked Stab gets made. You're not allowed to lose, Clark. Victory is playing. I mean, I don't know how he can come back, but I want to believe that. I'm just not I'm not allowed to be lucky in the Warlock Mirror. Oh my god, this was the minion I was worried about. This is 100% the minion I was worried about. I have to hit Ghastly Strike. Oh my god, why? Why is this happening? Why is this happening? Why is this happening? I don't think it's an F, but, like, my god, is it more frustrating now.
Monsters beneath you.
Here we go. I'll choose soon.
Super annoying, dude. Needed exactly that draw. I am low-key, Punk Pow. Oh, yo, what's going on? While I do agree it needs to be nerfed to some capacity, I'm not seeing it. I was seeing it. I was only seeing it yesterday. The only deck I was seeing. Okay. So this is kind of important. What was that evolve? Oh my dear God. No. No! Please don't kill the 4-2. Wait.
What a delightful party. Party's over.
Okay. Alright. Hold on a minute. Did someone F me earlier? Why didn't you use the hand to give them less lifesteal? Because I want the hand to survive with the I didn't want to
Your end is nigh.
I think there was like a trade that I was trying to make sure that like if this hit a minion that I wouldn't die. Oh baby, look, I don't even know how much damage that is, dude. All those hands can attack 3 times. Wait, no. All of those hands can attack 5 times. 5 times. My God, there's probably a better order there. I agree. There's probably a better trading sequence. 2-0 with this deck though.
Watch your back.
Oh, I don't have prep. I was gonna go like prep bow into this on 4. Dude, I'm never gonna get a better game than that 1-2-3 clip. That 1-2-3 clip. That was it, dude. That was, you know, goodbye, Clark. That was the clip for today. Boom. Is this just in here for like disruption purposes? Because honestly, like this feels really good in the deck. Feels really good to have like at least some agency. Ice Trap? That has to be really good. I mean, Reckoning isn't worth it. The reason I'm going to do it this way so I can try to milk the value out of the Snowfall Graveyard rather than wasting a turn. Because, like, I can trade this into something. Maybe. Maybe trade something into it. Could always just wait, too. Still set this up going into next turn. We have the other graveyard, so yeah, I'm definitely doing that now. This is just gotta be prep every single time. I'm just trying to think if there's any other reason to take another card. Probably not. Yeah, it's just prep. Prep every single time. His next spell is gonna be, it's gonna be kind of expensive. He needs to hit mailbox. Okay, yeah, he's just setting up right into it. So here's what's gonna happen. We'll, bone out the Illusionist. We'll probably get Mass Reveler and Burning Acolyte. And if we don't, I guess we always have this one. But I want to be able to hit the the Mass Reveler. There it is.
What a delightful party. What a delightful party. Party's over. Party's
Of course.
over.
Of course. Nice. Nice, nice. How does this mage even begin to deal with this? Oh, wait, they can't. We just 100% just do this even more. Because we can get, yep. Look at all. Oh my God, the crab value.
I can take him.
No, my crabs! No! You bastard. Oh my God, all these crab death rattles. Dude, I was really hoping to hit freaking Neptulon. I hit crab twice. If I actually hit Neptulon, that would have been GG. 100% GG from there. Wait a minute, now I can kill my Acolyte, dude. What are you doing? What are you doing? I got one more turn on this, right? Yeah.
What a delightful party.
Come on, don't hit the 2 and 3 twice. Thank you very much. Each hand can attack 5 times. Does he really have the other one? At least I get 5/8. Oh, my dear God, dude, why? Why am I never lackey, man? Why am I never lackey?
Monsters beneath you.
Had both of these ready to go, man.
No waves can sink this ship.
All right, well that's getting countered next turn. I was right. No spell saved it. I guess I did. Wait, what? That has to counter a spell. I want the value of my cards.
What a delightful party. Party's over.
Job's done.
Oh, come on. Dude, now we can actually, like, counter the spell and set up a way to win. Come on. All right, come on, dude. Yikes. Wait, play it. Wait, but if he plays it now, it doesn't matter. If he plays it now, it gets denied, but if he plays it next turn, it literally goes back up to 9. This play didn't really do anything. In fact, it actively did nothing. It actively did nothing. No! No!
What a delightful party. Party's over.
Alright, here we go. Dude, the amount of, like, big boards that we've been able to set up, man. I love big decks. You're having goddamn, or are you saying you're in a row you're having 9 DKs? Honestly, dude, I want to see DK. I'm supposed to be favored against them. I might just prove that after I get the clips for this deck. But the ladder tax has been super real today, dude. It's been omega real. Okay, I mean, if... So yeah, they finally triggered the ice trap.
Here we go.
So now what needs to happen... What they need to do now is to get really lucky off of this rune. It's their last hope, and it's literally 10 mana. Alright, what's in the box? Okay, that's not good unless the entire board is dead. Doesn't get there so far. This could technically pull out another rune, so I'm not safe. What's in the box? What's in the tower? Do you believe in your deck? He didn't even go for it, bro. What, did you have the other rune in hand? The only way conceding was correct was if you didn't have the other rune. But still, though, dude, let's go. 416 with Deathrattle Rogue.